We're ready to go, huh? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again. Good to see you here on this beautiful Monday afternoon. And some crazy things have been going down here. We had Petr Yan fight Deiveson Figueiredo, and it really stirred up the Bantamweight division a bit. Petr Yan looked better than ever, though. I tell you that much. He usually comes out that first round, kind of gauges the distance, gauges the speed. He came out that first round, was hectic. Deiveson kind of tuned him up, took his back, took him down real easy. And Petr just looked solid. He's just so solid. Even when he's tired, completely tired, his technique is so sharp. And he calls for Merab, and Merab wants that match. What'd you think of the fight?
Yeah, 8 months off ACL surgery, too. Super impressive fight. I woke up, had to rewatch it, because I didn't wake up early enough to see it. It was in China. I love China. Love the Chinese people. Very impressive fight. Yeah, super good inside trip. Remember that one trip? That was fire. Looked good, sharp. 5 rounds. Both guys had really good cardio. Figgy dropped Petr at in the fourth there at the end. Hit him with some nice body shots. Peter's fucking little snappy kicks he does. His little 5'4" leg gets up there. It's pretty quick. It's fucking super skilled. One of the most, I mean, we've been saying it for years, one of the most skilled guys in the UFC.
And he boxes so good in close. He was lighting up Deiveson Figueiredo when they were in that close, like dirty boxing range. Okay, so we got Merab the champion. Number 1, Suga Shane. Number 2, Umar. Number 3, Peter. So what's going to happen? I'm really curious. Peter's calling for Merab in March. Merab seems like he wants that match, but it comes down to it's all up to the UFC. What's the UFC going to want to do? I'm real curious, but there's some serious fights. Think of how exciting and lit the division would be if Merab wasn't a part of it. And I mean, that's no disrespect. The guy's really good. He's really good at getting in those positions and getting through the fight. But, man, it would be lit. It would be lit. But the dude's a serious problem.
Yeah. I like when I was watching that fight, it was a super competitive fight. But the only thing like that I really left that fight wondering is like,
is Charles Oliveira a quitter?
Charles Oliveira a quitter. No, what constitutes a knockdown anymore? Because
did they count that as a knockdown?
They did not. In the fourth round, Figgy's punch on Petr didn't count as a knockdown. And then there was a time where Petr hit Figgy with an uppercut, and it put him on his butt, and he pulled guard, essentially, which that should have been a knockdown as well, right?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
But neither of them that were counting, and it's like, what?
Those are both knockdowns in my opinion.
Yeah, in my mind too. But what constitutes a knockdown in the UFC anymore?
I mean, who knows?
I guess does it even matter?
What does it?
I guess for the judges,
it does, because the judges could award a 2-point round based off a knockdown.
Yeah, I mean, would it be a knockdown in boxing? Yes. Would it be a knockdown in kickboxing? Yes. Would it be a knockdown in any other striking sport? Yes, it would be. So,
yeah,
who knows there? But it's going to be some exciting times this next year.
Yeah,
because Umar wants to fight Merab in January. Petr wants to fight Merab in March. I want to fight Merab in April. Merab is absolutely shitting himself, terrified of Umar. He doesn't want to fight Umar. Now he's saying he wants to fight Petr. He wanted to fight me. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it is what it is.
But
Petr got 50-45 to Merab.
Yes,
50-45.
Petr 50-45 Figgy, and I think
did he? He won that first round.
Yeah, I know, and you could argue that he. I mean, for me, I thought it was close in the first and the fourth round for sure. There were definitely arguable rounds.
Yeah.
Well, good news is Suga Shane's back to training. We got into some mitts. We got into some light sparring.
People are like, you got to start grappling, brother. Don't need to see you hitting mitts. You're already sharp.
Wrestling.
I can't wrestle yet. I can move around. I can hit mitts a little bit. I can fucking shadow box spar a little bit. Cannot grapple at all yet. Probably about 3 weeks out from being able to start drilling. Gotta fucking take care of this. Not hitting mitts, moving around, no issue. It's the grappling and shit that hurts.
Yeah, and I mean, it drives me crazy too. It's like, man, you guys need to go here for wrestling. You got to do this for wrestling. I'm like, brother, we got plenty of good fucking wrestlers. But the problem is you can't wrestle when you got a blown out fucking hip. But we got the hip fixed. And, I mean, even Petr, after he got his surgery, he looked like a whole new animal in that fight versus Deiveson. Deiveson was always in the fight, but he kind of made him look bad. He kind of just pieced him. Norman, how goes it, brother? Good to see you. But other than that, Conor McGregor rejects his rape case outcome, calls accuser a vicious liar in social media rant. We are not done yet. He is found liable in a civil and sexual assault case in Ireland on November 22nd, all the way back from 2018, where this shit came up. But the weird thing to me about it is the girl had another lawsuit at the same hotel with another guy that she was trying to sue for raping her.
So you're sexist. Then you don't.
No, it's just a little fishy.
Maybe it was.
And but quick quarter mil straight to
$250,000.
the
That
pocket.
sucks, dude.
Well, did you see the alleged text or the things that she alleges in court that
Conor was
said to
choking her and said, "Now you know how I feel against Habib in the octagon," or some shit.
That'd be crazy. Imagine if you were doing that.
I mean, if you're on the booger and I'm like, it's holding the girl down, like, this is how I felt against Marab.
That'd be crazy. That's crazy, Riz.
That's crazy, Riz. God, that's crazy. It's just Conor's. I was listening to this YouTube video this morning. It was just like this one of those motivational speeches. I just threw it on when I was doing the dishes and shit. And it was Conor talking about how you lose your what was the quote? Something about losing your mind in the pursuit of success or greatness. And he's like, once my kids have money, my mom has a mansion, it'll be worth losing my mind over, or something like that. And I was like, damn, he literally could say he's kind of lost his mind through success. Like goals.
On your way.
Jokes. That, I mean, he's literally considered a now. That's not good. And it sucks because what if that girl is lying?
Yes. And that's definitely possible.
But if not, I mean, it's fucked. Obviously, if it's not, Conor did that.
Innocence.
Huh?
He still maintains his innocence throughout all things.
What do you mean?
Like on Twitter, he's
saying
maintaining that he's innocent. Like
he's not accepting it.
He's saying the jury didn't have all the evidence. They didn't get to see all the evidence.
That's why it was civil and didn't go to like a bigger court because there wasn't enough evidence. So technically, he was liable of it, not guilty of it.
Oh,
so there's a little bit of a distinction there, right? He's not technically.
So
guilty.
She just wanted some cheddar. She didn't care if he goes to jail. She just looking for some cheddar.
Could be
allegedly,
right? Yeah, we don't know, but he was not completely convicted guilty of that crime.
but if that happened to you, I mean, if you got and it was really, really bad and traumatic, you wouldn't be. I don't know if you'd be going back to that hotel. You already had a lawsuit with a guy there before. That's a little weird about it. But like I said, who knows?
Maybe she was just going up there, wanting to hang out, throw on some of his UFC best knockouts, just watch some fights with him.
And then he
pulled guard,
pulled out.
I don't know. You never know.
Okay, trip to Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. It was crazy being in that arena. Full, sold out, like a wild event. Seeing Mike Tyson weigh in, seeing him walk out, seeing Jake and Logan drive out in that car in that arena.
Mike slapped Jake at the weigh-ins.
Yeah, over 70,000 people in this arena to watch this one boxing match.
Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor. There were a lot of people there for that.
she's cute.
Was there?
I mean, I'm not really in the boxing world, but it seemed like people were excited for that fight.
And it was a sick fight.
It was the greatest boxing fight I've
It was a
ever
great girl
seen
fight.
for a female fight.
I mean,
ever,
even in
period.
just a boxing fight in general was sweet.
Followed up by the greatest robbery I've ever seen in boxing history.
Really?
But it was like it was such a high for boxing. It was like I'm like boxing is back after Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. I was like, it's back. Boxing is back. And then literally the robbery, it was just like, okay, boxing is still just as fake and as bullshit as it was right before this. Like boxing's like dead.
What was the who had an invested interest in Katie winning instead of Amanda? You saying
Eddie
boxing
Hearn.
world did?
Eddie Hearn. You
Eddie
saw
Hearn.
Eddie Hearn cussing people out. Like
Yeah.
the security had to pull him apart. He's like yelling someone that was right next to us. Like
So the boxing world wanted Eddie to win.
No, Eddie Hearn, who is like, so in
It was an MVP event. It was
Yes,
it was a
but in the
Jake
first,
Paul event.
In the
Amanda
first
Serrano
fight
event.
that they fought, like that was their second fight, Amanda Serrano and Katie
Yeah.
Taylor. Their first fight was the same thing effectively, where Katie Taylor lost the fight on the papers, but she won on the scorecards. Like all the punches.
I thought it could have been a draw.
well, I mean, you see,
She had a
you,
point
you got to
taken away
take those
from her.
headbutts into consideration when you look at the girl's face, and her face is busted up because of those couple headbutts. It's like, gosh darn the devil.
Well, when you're Irish, you're Irish.
But those guys, they ended up breaking Netflix, and who would have thought? At the time, the guy said 50 million people were watching. I'm sure more than that were watching by the end of it. But she cut out. Did she cut out during the fight war?
So we weren't watching on Netflix. We decided.
Jesus, it's $8 a month.
No. Well, I mean, it wasn't working on Netflix, so we just pulled up the stream because like.
Well, the stream is
from Netflix, but you can get Netflix from different countries, which have more fluid.
And it worked out.
Yeah, it was working fine.
cops. Come on in.
Yeah, we got him.
We got him.
Well, what's going to happen now? I'm sure those Netflix higher-ups were like, holy shit, we're on to something. And
Yeah, but what event is going
What's
to
next?
even get close to? It takes 2 major A-sides to put it on an event like that.
Like John Jones, Aspinall wouldn't hit near the numbers?
No. I don't,
John Jones,
Aspinall
Pereira.
is going to be the biggest pay-per-view of all time.
I don't think it's going to hit anywhere near fucking Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul did.
John Jones, Aspinall won't be the biggest pay-per-view of all
Yes, it
time.
will.
Dude, and
0%
nowadays, how many
chance.
people are going to stream it?
Dana said it. Dana says it.
How many
Dude,
people are
there's
going to stream it?
Maybe
though?
the biggest within the last 5 years, but not like it's not going to be bigger than Conor versus Floyd.
You're saying there's not a chance that it has a bigger gate than you versus Merab.
I didn't say that. You said pay-per-view.
Well, I didn't say pay-per-views. I said
I don't
big
think
fight.
it'll have a bigger gate.
It depends
It's
where.
gonna be hard to top that.
I don't think. Wait, I thought we were talking about pay-per-views.
Oh well. Either way,
I don't think it'll be the biggest pay-per-view. No way.
In this day and age,
I think it could.
you're going to buy it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Most people don't buy pay-per-views.
It's true.
And UFC
'Cause they're too
knows
expensive.
What do you think? 70%?
Not even
They
50.
lower the price.
70%?
I don't think lowering the price is the issue. If they were $40, would you buy it? No, you wouldn't. It's not the issue.
Yeah.
It's just that it's too easy to do it for free. It's not people were streaming Netflix with $8.
I mean, speaking of that, who knows? The rumor has it John Jones made $15 million. You hear these numbers, you never know. Even Dana said, you guys will never find out how much I actually paid John Jones, but he makes some heavy bread. But
You saw 15?
I saw $15 million, and I mean that seems
That's good.
pretty realistic. But him versus Aspinall, how much are they going to have to fork out? What is John Jones going to come out? His management, are they going to say 30 mil? Are they going to say 40 mil for this fight to happen?
Why not?
But I mean, I was looking at some highlights on Twitter and seeing Aspinall get thrown around by this pretty basic wrestler. I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if John Jones came out there, took him down, and beat his ass. Would you be that surprised? Would anybody be like,
You also
whoa?
were saying Stipe has a chance.
I didn't.
Did Stipe make it a fight?
Yeah.
He
won the
made it a
second
fight.
round.
He made
Did
it
he?
a fight.
He won the second round on the judges' scorecard.
I mean, he was just a little bit too slow. That was such a hectic night watching that fight. We're at some strip
Oh my
club.
God.
This chick's trying to like bounce her tits. And I'm like watching on my phone. I'm just like shoo.
And there's just like probably literally 30 girls standing there trying to like get you to look.
And I'm on my phone just like.
And I'm watching over your shoulder.
I know. And then we scurried out of the club. We were able to end up watching the fight. And
I know I had Garrett come. Thankfully, we ended up that worked out a little bit. Fucking might be Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
We got tuned up a bit. Well, I didn't, but you did.
And so with Johnny Bones Jones, what do you think? Is he done?
No, he'll fight Aspinall.
Or Pereira.
Dana said there's no way that fight happening. He said
Ronda
stuff like
Rousey.
that before, but
Said stuff like that before.
Tom versus John will happen.
He just doesn't want to kill one of his top stars.
Joke.
I think the Pereira fight in John Jones would be bigger than Aspinall.
It's just the
pay-per-view-wise.
reason he wouldn't want to do that is because John's going to retire after that fight, and then if Pereira loses, then he lost all of his star power. He loses 2 stars in one night.
Yeah, very true. Well, yeah, we were in Atlanta for the UFC 309, and Atlanta's a different place. It just really is. It's not. I mean, a lot of chocolate chicks, a lot of good-looking chocolate chicks.
Love chocolate.
But it was cool. The Prize Picks event was cool. Got to meet all the a bunch of those influencers. How did you do in your Prize Picks World Championships?
We lost, but hey, it's not about that. It's about how you get back. And we're fucking firing on Prize Picks tonight.
Yep, you ended up losing, being a loser. At that
Teammate
day.
was really cool though.
Teammate was cool as fuck. BT? No.
VT.
BT. Yeah. That dude was cool as hell, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Big cowboy fella dancing around, goofing around, having the time of his goddamn life. We won. We did win $400, so
Yep.
we each won $200. So we did win, technically. We just didn't win the tournament. Ruby Rose won the tournament.
Yep.
yeah. Ruby Rose, good-looking gal.
Very pretty.
Indeed.
Yes.
Very pretty.
But yeah, that was a good trip. Prize Picks. The first event we went to last year was fucking cool. Then they upped it again this year, which was really a good time. Next year's our year.
Yep.
Next year is our year.
All right. Well, Andrew Tate has a clean call out for Jake Paul, but I don't know. Was he calling him out for a boxing match? He was actually calling him out for a boxing match because in my mind, I'm like, I don't think Andrew Tate would box him. Like the kickboxing it's a whole different thing, and the way Andrew Tate kind of leans back, he is very explosive and he's got fast twitch muscle, but like fundamentally, he's just not very sharp. He leans back, that chin's wide open.
He'd knock you out.
But that would be a huge fight. Andrew Tate, Jake Paul. Would that be bigger than Mike Tyson, Jake Paul?
Yes. Right now, 100%.
You think it would?
Yeah.
Nah.
What?
No.
I think it would.
I disagree.
Mike
I
Tyson?
think Mike Tyson, like Dana has been saying, Mike Tyson was the A side in that fight.
Yeah.
He was absolutely the A side. You think that Andrew Tate is going to pull more eyes than Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
You had 60-year-olds coming out and watching for Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
You were not going to have 60-year-olds coming out to watch Andrew Tate fight Jake Paul.
Those 6-year-olds will sit down on their couch, throw on Netflix, not knowing how to stream it and watch it.
They probably won't give a shit.
And then how many people would just love to see Andrew Tate get knocked out? How many people would just love to see Jake Paul get knocked out?
That's a win-win for a lot of people.
But again,
because they
that's-
would want to see either of them lose. People are going to be excited.
Yeah.
That's the same argument you were making earlier. All those people aren't going to buy it. They're not
Yeah.
going to spend money for any of that.
But eyeballs, not spending
Yeah.
the money, just
Yeah.
eyeballs in general.
That's a big one, dude. That is a big
not
one.
bigger than Mike Tyson.
So you wouldn't watch it.
I'm just saying, there's no shot in hell it'd be bigger than Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Andrew Tate, I mean, he smokes those cigars a lot, and he does a lot of that body sparring. He is a little bit older. When was his last fight? It was a long time ago, fighting Jake Paul. But I don't know. What's next for Jake Paul? What's next for him? What's the biggest fight to make next?
Well, KSI would be the biggest fight.
Or Andrew Tate?
Yeah, for sure. Tommy Fury versus Darren Till. That'd be interesting.
Darren Till didn't look like he was too fit. Didn't look like
He didn't look like he was in
too
too good
much.
shape. Tommy's good too. He's legit boxing skills. Darren Till has good MMA boxing.
I'm pretty sure Darren Till's just on drugs again, though. Like if you've seen his Twitter Spaces, like
Allegedly.
not even like allegedly, but like allegedly he was on Ariel Helwani. Allegedly he did an interview with MMA Guru where he was like pretty tuned up,
Tuned up from what?
like out of it. Like
A little cocaine.
I don't know. Allegedly,
Well, Logan, I saw the podcast too. Logan and Jake both agree on a podcast to box each other. We were able to go to the back locker room when Jake came back. We got to see Logan. Logan wasn't looking as huge as he usually does. Usually he looks like he weighs
Looked
around
fit, though.
solid 210, 215. He did look fit. He said he weighed around 196. I'm pretty sure.
No.
200.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
Yes.
Wow.
Which isn't super big. That fight, I don't know about that fight. How many people would tune in for that fight? How many people would just be worried that they're going to go in there and friendly
It's
spar
rigged.
each other?
People still say the Mike Tyson one was rigged. It drives me crazy. I'm like, bro, they were trying to knock each other out in there. And I'm sure Ward's like, nah, shit was fake.
Do you think after the first time that Jake clipped Mike Tyson, you saw the first time he hurt Mike Tyson, you could see it kind of staggered him behind the ear there.
Yeah.
Do you think he really said like, I'm gonna put the pedal on this guy after that?
I mean, I don't know.
Well, you
from
were
where I was
watching.
sitting, it looked like it.
Do you think
but also if he sits there and tries to put the pedal to the metal and sit in the pocket and trade with him, I give Mike a chance too.
Mike didn't have a chance after the first 20 seconds of that fight. Mike didn't have a chance.
Yeah, later in the fight, I'm thinking end of the fight. I feel like Jake just had enough respect for him. He's like, I don't want to knock this
So
old
that
fart
would
out.
be kind of fixed in that sense, where he didn't have that kill instinct the entire fight.
Yeah, I mean, fuck. It's just hard to say. I mean, we've watched enough fights to know, sitting there ringside, we've watched enough fights to know whether these guys are sitting down in their punches or not. And in those first couple rounds, he was
Jake cracked him
throwing.
a few different times.
He said in the post-fight press conference that he literally had enough respect for Mike, or he didn't want to hurt him after that first shot.
Going into a fight with the intentions to knock someone out, and then later towards the fight, realizing, okay, I don't want to hurt this
But
guy.
he hurt him
Different
in
than
the
going in
first
there,
round.
I'm not going to knock this dude out, no matter what. I'm not going to knock this dude out.
He hurt him in the first round, and then he didn't want to hurt him after that. I mean, it's pretty clear that that's helping Mike Tyson through the fight. I don't know. That's not a fight, a real fight.
And Francis says he wants a 1v2 versus Logan and Jake.
That'd be fire. I'd watch.
Yeah, that would be pretty crazy.
Tag team or both at the same time?
Both at the same time.
Damn, that's fire.
That would be fire.
And
On Netflix? Yeah.
oh, that TV shut off there. Former UFC champions Jiri and Jamal Hill.
Ooh.
They're going to square off.
That'd be good.
That's going to be a good fight, too. And with Yuri's style, like, I don't know, it's so
He's gonna
fucking
get caught.
dangerous with 4-ounce gloves. And when you're fighting a good boxer with good boxing gloves, what do you think, more?
Dude, I think that's such a 50-50 fight. With the light heavyweights, they're both strikers. Either of them can knock each other out. I mean, they've both shown that they can get knocked out. Both can knock people out. I think it's just whoever clips each other first there.
Yeah.
It'll be really interesting.
Mm-hmm. And Coach Faraz Zahabi doesn't think John Jones versus Tom Aspinall will happen. This is going to be a dangerous fight. Obviously, it's going to be a dangerous fight. I mean, Tom Aspinall is so explosive. He's fucking explosive. 4-ounce gloves. But what would people say if John Jones fucking dipped him, put him on his back, elbowed him a few times, and took him out?
Greatest of all time.
Yep.
Or
Already is.
some different heavyweight wins 2 in a row, and they're like, yeah, but you don't want to fight this guy. You're ducking
Yeah.
this guy. You're ducking him. 100% ducking him. It never ends.
That's true.
I don't know.
Dana White won't join President Donald Trump's administration. There's nothing dirtier than politics. Sono's bussy. Joke, he cleaned that.
Chill.
He cleaned
yeah,
it.
they
It's
cleaned
cleaned
up
up
a little
her.
bit. Yeah, blah, 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 blah.
The wiping, man, they won't be shit on there. Come on, man.
Joe Rogan fears World War III after Joe Biden's latest Ukraine decision. What do you think about that?
I mean, anytime those guys on that shit start talking about that, it's scary as fuck. It's like, well, we might as well just be thankful for today and not worry too much.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
It's not here.
What's that?
Let's go to our senior correspondent, fucking Garrett.
They launched basically a missile that's unable to be tracked. It goes so supersonic, it's 4 times the speed of sound, that it can't be tracked. And
So
they
that
launched
right
that.
hand?
Yeah, Russia launched that at Ukraine.
Are
So
you serious? Was that a TikTok?
yeah, it was my late night TikTok scrolls.
God, dude.
Absolutely terrifying.
It's scary, too. It's with the U.S., I mean, a lot of those nukes are in Montana, so I'd probably be the first place to get nuked.
Sorry, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, you guys just had your election. You guys are getting Trump back. You guys got a favorite moment from Biden being your president the last 4 years?
The bike.
Yeah.
He was a fan favorite, wasn't he?
I don't remember.
Biden?
Biden, yeah.
Who's that?
I don't even remember that.
We don't talk politics on here. Yoel Romero knocked out Dwayne Crespo. He's 0-2 boxing, or 0-2 MMA, 0-2 power slap.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought Mike Perry was going to step up, take it.
I must have been some clickbait action.
Probably a good idea.
Got me.
Dude,
Got all
you
this.
see Yoel weigh in? He looks like he's 25, shredded.
He's just,
Casual
dude, any of those
47.
Cubans like that, you see some of them, it's like, what the fuck? It's absolutely wild how just jacked they are. Reminds me of me in good light,
Dude,
good red light,
for
in
real.
my garage.
In the right light.
Grill me on the juice.
Yeah.
It's no longer a secret. Pro athletes are actively working to reduce the negative effects of EMF exposure, and Aries Tech has become the go-to solution for those seeking a competitive edge in protecting their health. For men, one of the biggest concerns is how EMF impacts testosterone. Leading neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman warns keeping the cell phones in one's pocket, regardless of Wi-Fi or cellular use, decreases sperm quality and lowers testosterone overall. Aries Tech offers a solution to this invisible threat by using advanced EMF modulation technology, now further validated by the UFC Performance Institute. In recent symposium at UFC 309 Fight Week, Dr. Duncan French, Senior Vice President of the UFC Performance Institute, shared his insight on Aries Tech's impact. When I first saw how Aries Tech mitigates the negative effects of EMF on brain activity, I was blown away. It was astonishing to witness the silent effects of EMF radiation on human psychology, and seeing how Aries Tech can restore optimal brain function through EEG recordings was impressive. The science behind it is truly remarkable. From the UFC, NASCAR, WWE, to Canadian basketball, elite athletes are turning to Aries Tech to safeguard their performance. UFC stars like undefeated Sugar Sean O'Malley, Macy Barber, Michael Chandler, Luana Santos, and Dan Ige, along with NBA Olympic athletes RJ Barrett NHL's John Tavares and Max Domi, and NFL legend Tiki Barber all rely on Aries Tech to protect their physiology, energy, and focus. Aries Tech's innovation doesn't just shield us from electromagnetic radiation, it actually enhances performance. Testing at a leading sports performance center showed Aries Tech users experiencing a half-second improvement in reaction time, a game changer for those at the top of their sport. Backed by over 20 global patents and peer-reviewed studies, Aries Tech transforms disruptive EMF signals into biologically compatible frequencies that support optimal performance. Whether you want portable LifeTune products you can wear it attached to your phone or use at home, Aries Tech is the solution for every lifestyle. Pro athletes are no longer leaving their health up to chance, and neither should you. This Black Friday, take advantage of our exclusive TSS BF. Again, that is TSS BF discount code. Head over to ariestech.com and use code TSSBF to save on all LifeTune EMF protection products now through December 5th. Discover how Aries Tech can help protect your testosterone levels, boost your performance, and unlock your full potential. Yeah. Michael Chandler, post all verified. My body, the most pain I've ever been in my entire life. The most injuries I've had in a fight, for sure. Peed blood, inflammation all over. My whole body is swollen. The first blood in my urine was very light, which was in my drug test. It had a light tint. And the second one was beet-looking juice. It was dark.
Or like if there was any quit in Oliveria, he had his chance to quit. Was it in that fourth round when he had him hurt?
Fifth round, he was shown the door.
He was, and he didn't go take it. And he didn't
Once
take
quitter,
it.
always
He
quitter.
fought out
Throw that
of
clip
5 rounds being fucking hurt.
The first time he's ever fought outside the third round in his entire career, too, may I add.
Getting smoked in the back of the head. And then he stays in it. And he stays in it. Tell me you don't think he's a quitter anymore.
I mean, he knew the bell was coming. He knew the bell was
well,
coming.
obviously, everyone knows the bell's coming eventually. That's pretty crazy.
He just held on. He held on for dear life.
Well, we got a rip of fan questions here. Why don't you rip us off? What'd you say?
No, yeah. I was just gonna see if you guys saw. There was also a fight on the prelims on the road to UFC finals this weekend during that Petr Yan card, where there was a two female fighters fighting, and the girl that fought and won by a vicious head kick in the third round, sent the girl out on a stretcher, and that girl that won, her parents didn't even know she was going to fight in the UFC. She works full-time as a doctor in China, and this was just literally like a side hobby, and now she's in the UFC.
That's crazy.
Without her parents knowing.
Do they know now?
They might not. They literally might not even know because they were just like,
That's
doctor.
That is pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I love China.
We're going to Japan.
Supposedly, I mean, we're getting locked in here, and I don't know how many days we're going to go. I don't know what that's going to be like. So
I say at least minimum 5. Gotta go at minimum 5.
5 will be good. 10 hours.
That's what I said. He
one
said.
full day.
10 hours of flying is not that bad.
Yeah, you got to go at least a week if you're going to Asia, dude.
Man's lit.
We're there 2 days. We're like, get us the fuck out.
Yeah,
of here.
right, dude. I might not come back. No, I will. I'll be back.
Here we go. Let's hit some fan questions that came in on the YouTube community.
Some real dumb shit here. Okay. This one, not bad. Which camp was Suga's most intense pre-fight camp? Does he have any crazy stories about it? I'd say that Aljo one, just because I had that rib, I was fucked up, and then I ate that venison, and I had diarrhea for like 14 days to where I was getting like my weight was so low. I was like, well, my weight's good, but I was getting worried that it was like bad food poisoning.
Yeah, my worry too is we were sparring. We were sparring this kid who's decent. He grabbed you against the fence, got you in a body lock, and it's just like it fucking hurt your ribs. I'm like, well,
That was the worst.
if that motherfucker grabs us, we are absolutely
We might
fucked.
die.
So let's get some prayers sent up.
And Sono did. And thank
Prayed a
God.
lot.
Yep, and he got her done. Thank for that.
I still can't believe all that happened. I worked. Remember that shit?
Yeah, chinned him.
Anyway, Yan vs Sugar 2. We'll see. We'll see what the UFC says. I'm like 3-4 weeks out from being able to start drilling. Once I can start drilling, I feel like I can go to the UFC and have like a timeline. Still thinking April might make sense. So we'll see.
That would be crazy though. Yawn, would it be 3 rounds? Would it be 5 rounds? That
I
would
know.
be that would be
It's my next fight. If it's not for the title, which I would like it to be, if I could pick me versus Merab, rerun it, blah blah blah, whatever. If it's not for the title, is it a co-main? Is it a Could they still main event me on a pay-per-view somewhere?
And what do you think Yan thinks about that rematch?
Well, he said he wants Robbie.
You said he already beat you. That's what he said in his post fight.
I saw that. Been there, said that.
Yeah.
Retire tomorrow or fight until you're 50. Fuck.
Retire
The athlete in me
tomorrow.
was like, fight till I'm 50, take smart fights.
Shit.
Look at Yoel.
Exactly.
It's a different dog there, Bubba.
What should you focus on if you're a bit lost in life, not knowing what to pursue or how to start feeling more grateful for things you have? Tell them.
I mean, dudes, first things first, you got to get your fucking sleep dialed in. If you're drinking heavy caffeine over 2 p.m., over 3 p.m., and you're chugging an energy drink, and then you're just like, man, I can't fucking sleep. It's 12, it's 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and you're just staring at that screen, surfing that fucking screen. Then you wake up and you're anxious and you're pissed off, and just little things get under your skin. Sleep's the number one.
Diet.
Well, I mean, getting hydrated, making sure you got some good fucking hydration in you. Sleep, hydration, start getting some clean foods in you. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how much your mood changes.
But it's not gonna be like, well, I ate good yesterday, I don't feel good. I feel like that's something where you got to do it just like anything. Consistency over time equals results. Oh, I just made that up.
Yes.
Consistency. You got to do shit for a month before you can start getting benefits. Before you're like, oh, shit doesn't work.
Well, even Paul Chek says if you eat some big fucking McDonald's, big ass greasy meal, and then 2 days, you start just like feeling sluggish or moody or snappy or crappy. That could be that food you ate 2 days ago, and it's taking effect now, and you're not correlating the two. I mean, the cleaner the food you eat, the more hydrated, the better sleep you get, the better your brain is going to click. The more better ideas you're going to have. You're not going to be near as snappy. You're going to have better relationships with the people around you. Everything improves.
Sean, will you ever get your hair back to its original color and fight without a beard?
Oh, God.
Probably not.
What about a Russian beard? Yep.
All I need is the fucking mustache gone.
That'd be crazy.
I might. If I guaranteed 5 wrestling points, I would. What's next, Sugar? If it was your choice, Rob, fight the title. Oh. Now that a lot of boys are cracking into the upper ranks, Bantamweight, will Sugar be fighting one of his boys soon in the octagon? No. If I move from Yuma,
which
Phoenix,
is crazy. We'll go back to that real quick because literally Marcus McGee's number 14. He just had that big win over Jonathan Martinez. Just had a podcast with him on my channel. Check it out. It's really good. And that was a sick fight. He's 4-0 right now in the UFC. 3 finishes and then just beat Jonathan Martinez.
Big win.
And then Kyler Phillips, number 12 now. And then Mario Bautista is number 10. So it's it's very
That's
fucking crazy. People that we literally came up with.
Yeah, that is wild.
Do you think they'll fight each other? Any of those guys?
Well, I mean, that gets tricky because will they fight each other? I mean, obviously, no. They're all good friends and care about each other. But when the UFC comes to you and they give you this and then you say no and it pisses them off.
UFC's very aware of who trains with who. Like, if it has to happen, they'll offer it. But I don't think they're going to be like, hey, you guys. Like, there's enough guys in the division still.
But there's probably a point where they're like, okay, hey, let's be careful getting these 3 in the top 3 because they're not going to fight each other and it's going to get weird.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's fucking weird. It makes things awkward, but you almost have to talk about it. At some point, you're going to have to talk about it.
Do we talk about Mario, Punk, and Henry? I don't think we talked about that.
No.
Mario, Punk, and Henry at the event. That was funny.
Yeah, Mario went up to him. Jakar got him souped up to go up to him, and they filmed it. And Henry's like, nah, I mean, who have you beat? And he just fucking, he looked like he just about piddled himself a little bit. Who are they going to give Henry next? Who knows? I mean, I thought he was going to 25. I think that would probably be the best move for him because anyone in that top 10 are tough fights for old Henry's.
Do you believe some people are born with that killer instinct, or does it come through it naturally based on your experience? I don't know, buddy. I don't know, Jiminy. The Jiminy show. Fuck.
What'd you say?
You know what I mean?
Born with what?
Killer instinct.
Natural killer instinct. Some people are just kind of pussies, and that's just how they are, and they could fucking, I don't know, you think they can get it out of them?
Yes, I do. I do believe toughness. I mean, you can build your toughness. You can build your mental toughness 100%. I don't think if you're born a pussy, you're a pussy forever. I don't think so. But there is those certain people that have that fucking dog and scrapping him. They'll come in this gym and they will not quit. They will not look for excuse and say, oh man, only if my cardio is better, I could kick some ass. Yep. They're in there just scrapping over and over and over, and they don't make any excuses. They don't do nothing. There's just different types of dogs for sure.
Dogs gonna bark.
Outside of the average, what is some solid financial advice coming up these days? Ask Schmitty. That dude, he went to McDonald's the other day because he didn't have enough money to go anywhere else. So if you need financial advice, message my boy Schmitty on Instagram. Damn near borderline genius. Financial advice. Be fucking. I feel like it's not that hard. If you don't have a lot of money, don't buy shit you don't need.
It is kind of hard though, because if you're used to seeing, okay, say I have $150 in my account. Okay, I have $1,000 in my account, and you think, oh shit, I got money to buy things. Compared to be like, no, I'm not. I'm broke at $1,000. I can't buy anything. And then be like, okay, I'm not going to spend anything. I'm going to build this up to $2,000. Whatever money I make more than that I can spend, but I'm going to stay over $2,000.
Who was the best at doing that, G?
You were good.
I was the best.
No, you were good. That's what I'm saying. You're really good. How did you do it?
My mom instilled in me. My mom has a disease with money.
But you didn't.
She wouldn't let me buy. I asked her to buy her a coffee not the other day. It was a couple years ago. It was like fucking $6 or whatever. No, I'm good. Because it was $6 or whatever, the coffee. She just has this bad thing with money, and I grew up with that too. My whole family did. My mom would give my dad like $2 for lunch to go to work.
Like some people will see that money and they'll spend it all the way down, but you never were in stress where you're like, I can't pay rent. You never came up to me and like, I don't have enough money for rent. You always had it.
Yeah, I always try to have, I think 1,000 at least. 2,000 I still felt like I was broke. Like I wouldn't go out and eat. Like I'd go with you guys sometimes, or someone would end up buying me some shit, but I was like, I don't got money. I'm not going to eat out. I'll fucking make Top Ramen. I was eating Top Ramen. I was eating shit. Top Ramen, Pop-Tarts, shit like that. But I feel like just if you don't got the money, don't fucking spend it. You don't know what I'm saying? Joaquin Buckley versus Colby Covington. We didn't even talk about these. Because Joaquin Buckley was supposed to fight Ian Garry. Bilal was supposed to fight Shvakat. Bilal pulled out. Shvakat didn't have a fight. Ian Garry versus Shvakat. Now Colby versus Buckley. Great times. This is going to be interesting.
I feel like that Colby Buckley fight's going to be pretty badass.
It's going to be a sick fight,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Colby's betting underdog for feels like the first time in a long time. And he's going into a 5-round fight with Buckley, who's never really seen those later rounds.
Kind of
before.
a short notice. Or no, Colby was going to fight anyway.
Colby
right?
had a fight camp.
That's right. But Shvakat versus Ian, undefeated, 18-0 versus 15-0. Ian's a big underdog, which I was surprised.
They've trained together.
That's why I'm nervous that fight is going to be so boring.
I feel like they train together. I feel like they probably know the outcome. Ian Garry's been pretty hesitant when talking about that training session. He says we both know their skills, and it's going to be the most difficult matchup. So I think Ian Garry probably got tossed around by Shvakat.
God, sparring in a fight in the octagon Saturday night when the lights are on, the moment matters, is a different game.
You're not backing up, like worried about hitting a partner and then resetting, and then it's like you're locked in this cage.
One
now.
shot can change an entire fight, and you can't land that shot in sparring. You
feel
can
like,
land that shot in a fight, and that fight can change the momentum of the round, the momentum of the fight.
I mean, I feel like, do you remember how Ian Garry, Neil Magny looked? Yeah. I feel like it could look similar.
I do too.
Kind of running around, jab, boom, run around.
That wasn't Neil. That was someone else. It was Ian versus Jeff Neal.
No, Ian destroyed Neil Magny's leg.
I know, but which fight was it where Ian was like kind of running around a lot? Was it Jeff Neal?
I think both.
I mean, Ian, that's going to be an interesting fight. This is going to be a sweet fight.
I don't know about sweet. I don't know about
could
sweet.
be not sweet.
I think Shvakat might just choke him out, to be honest. I think there's a reason that Ian Garry's gone to like Chuto box to learn his jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. I think they've had
Chuto box kickboxing. Oh no,
that's Charles Oliveira's gym. Mm-hmm. But I think there's a reason that he's been going to outside camps because like at ATT they train hard. Like top team Shvakat,
Killcliff.
Is that where they were?
Yeah,
Shvakat and Ian Garry, like they're training hard. Like I know they had a lot of sparring sessions together. They had a ton of sessions together.
They said, I mean, a lot of people said at Killcliff that's mostly what they do is spar.
Yeah, so I think there's a pretty good idea. They know how the fight's going to go.
Yeah, I mean, if they knew so much how that fight's going to go, I don't know if they'd take it. But like I said, in those clips of those guys sparring, they're just kickboxing.
Let's see.
Going pack for pack.
Pecker for pecker?
Mm-hmm.
You would love that, wouldn't you? Now what? Yeah, pod twice a month is gonna be the goal from now on.
A lot of people are mad about it.
There was a
Shooting
lot of
shit.
people. LC, Lauren, the girl at the Prize Picks event, she was upset about it.
She was fired
diehard
up.
Timbosugar Show fan. She said it's not acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
I said I'd talk to you about it, but I haven't.
Farm life, though, the farm life is sinking in.
Good. It's peaceful, isn't it?
It's really peaceful. One thing is bad about it is I just never want to leave. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this episode is brought to you by Blue Chew. They say first impressions are important. What about lasting impressions? That's where Blue Chew comes in. Blue Chew helps boost your confidence in the bedroom so you can stay hard and perform at your very best. Blue Chew is an online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but at a fraction of the cost and chewable form. The process is simple. Sign up at bluechew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive their prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to your door. Blue Chew wants you to have the confidence to perform at your best, so discover your options at bluechew.com, and we've got a special deal for our audience. Try Blue Chew free. Just pay $5 shipping at checkout when you visit bluechew.com. That's bluechew.com to receive your first month free. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information, and we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this episode.
Yeah.
Never want to leave. Hit a little 20-minute sauna session after we rode the 50s around the other day. And
You guys been sicker than a fucking dog last like 4 days.
Yep.
And I've been trying to tell him to get a sauna for a long time. Like a long time. And he came over the other day. I was like, let's come here. Let's just go sauna. No diddy. And fucker had his hoodie on. 20 minutes in the sauna with that thing fucking cranked up. It's hard to do. And he's just sitting there in his hoodie just fucking drenched. Mm-hmm. It was impressive though.
And you got your CVAC machine, right?
Nope.
You got your hyperbaric.
Getting it. Getting my hyperbaric soon. Yes, sir.
And you guys whipped up that new recovery center in your warehouse.
Getting
and
that all whippered up. I love it. Dude, I love going to my warehouse. Pretty much every single day. I'm going to go in there today, hit some iron, fucking look in the mirror, turn some music on, just flex.
That room should be done soon, and then that thing comes in.
This week.
It's going to be fire.
This week.
End of the week should be done.
Speaking of this week, this Thursday's Thanksgiving. Why don't you guys rip off some things you're thankful for real quick?
Oh, I mean, there's just too much.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
There's
Can't
just
even
too
think
much for me
one.
to be thankful for. My arms,
My
my legs,
jacket.
my eyes, my ears. Thankful for all
Head,
those
shoulders,
things.
knees, and toes.
Yes.
Cabeza.
100%.
Oh, that's a good.
What
one.
about you?
Oh, I'm thankful to be around my friends. You know, down here training at a good gym.
Yep.
Maintaining healthy habits and just enjoying life.
What healthy habits are you maintaining?
Oh, I haven't vaped in over a month. You know.
How many nicotines you hitting?
Who cares? I mean, that's better than
No, I
vaping.
agree. I 100.
Honestly, I'm probably about maybe around 30 milligrams a day.
Holy.
That's like on a. That's like.
That's a fucking average. That's average.
I can get up to 60,
So
60, 90.
Jesus.
5-6 milligrams a day, probably.
I can get way more. That's like lax a day.
On the Red Hawk recap, we were going to do how many you could put in at once, but then I chat GPT'd it.
God.
Yeah, but that's like telling an alcoholic, not that I'm an alcoholic with nicotine,
Yeah.
but like that's like Googling what's the most alcohol you could drink. But then an alcoholic's gonna be able to drink 4x that.
Steve will do it when he chugged those
Exactly,
liters.
that's what I mean. Like it says you shouldn't drink a bottle, but you can drink a bottle. Like I could do a can of Zyn, but should you do a can of Zyn? Probably
But
not.
if you got really, really sick, I'd be like,
I got really spinny and I threw up.
big deal.
Big deal.
Big
Look
fucking
shit.
deal.
Call that a Saturday night.
So, what kind of shit you thankful for, bud?
I'm in the same boat as you. There's way too many things to be thankful for with you guys, my parents, Petrie.
Yep. Shout out Pete.
He's a
Garrett,
legend.
got anything? He said no.
Fucking idiot here.
My fucking haircut. What?
I think it looks good.
I did
think
too.
it's
That's what I'm
flowing
saying.
nice.
Grateful for the hair, for real. Not a lot of people have balding. People have fucking
True.
balding.
People
brother.
wish they
not
had
losing,
that
not
shit.
losing my hair.
Exactly.
My family's all alive. Can take care of myself, living with the boys. I think that's probably been the best part of my life lately. Is just hanging out with boys, just
Yeah.
having good times. I think like nothing better than that.
No, 100%.
No, that's for real. Diego, you like dog food?
I love dog food.
It does.
Dude, the weather. The weather. I swear
Yeah.
those summers, though, you have to go through those summers and feel the pain of the fucking heat to really appreciate these winters. God, that's so nice out. You could wear a sweater. You could take your shirt off and sit in the sun. You could jack off in the cold plunge. You could just do so many different things in that weather.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Just short strokes in the gold plunge.
What you had to bust to get out.
Oh,
I could probably, if I had a good little video, I could probably do it.
yeah, right.
I've done it.
Do the challenge.
Throw it on your Patreon.
Fuck, that'd be a hard challenge. Got those 2 orange cats that live in my barn. The cutest little fucking cats.
They are cute as fuck.
The Java House now is serving sourdough toast, so I'm happy about that.
Grateful.
Yep, and shakes. They're serving shakes.
I'm sure Schmidt's really thankful.
I know, fuck, dude. I was thinking
for him to
about
do?
if there's 3 people in line and 3 people want a shake, sourdough toast, and a latte,
Oh, throw an acai bowl in there.
and a couple of acai bowls.
Oh,
No, he'd handle it.
dude, how good the NFL's been this year. I mean, I guess I hadn't been paying attention as much, but it feels like it's so fucking good. It's like there's so many athletes, studs that just like are fun to watch. So many good matchups, and the Chiefs finally got beat, but they just kept finding a way to win.
I try to think of a game where I saw you sit there and watch it for more than 5 minutes. I don't
Dude,
know. if
we
that-
don't
I've
we
been
don't hang
watch
out on
games with them.
Sundays. I've been watching way more football.
Have
What do
you,
you
like
do on
sit there and
Sundays?
watch?
Yes, I've been Thursday night
Yeah, we've
games,
been
Monday
watching
night
quite a bit of
games,
games.
Sunday night
Really?
games.
Yeah.
Not during like when we're podding right now, but like the Sunday night game, Baltimore
Yeah.
versus the Rams.
Most
Or,
Monday night games. you can
yeah.
watch.
Baltimore versus Chargers.
Chargers.
Okay, it was
Chargers.
Chargers. Okay,
We'll
see, I know
watch that.
football. Rams.
Yeah.
Tonight's Rams versus
Tom Brady, Peyton Manning,
who?
You know.
Ravens.
No, they play Monday. Chargers.
Oh, yeah, for sure. See, no,
No.
dude, stress.
Eagles, Rams.
Watching Steve will do it, put serious money on games. He was in
Bro.
Atlanta, and I'm just like, I could feel the stress.
It was
And
26
just
to 3.
ripping ciggies and just fucking. Oh,
And is it just chasing that like when me and you went on all black and
Oh, that was
is it
fun,
just
yeah.
chasing that? Yeah, is that what's
Exactly what it
chasing?
is.
Fuck,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
oh
That's just
God.
brutal.
The
I feel like
high,
you
man.
got you just peace should be your goal, and gambling that heavy of cheddar. He was doing 250 racks, 500, like.
Serious bread.
I tried to tell him to bet Chargers.
You guys been watching, when you guys watch YouTube, who's you usually go to?
Loaf.
You like Loaf?
Yeah.
Is it more laid back videos, huh?
Nick Nyarsina recently has been watching. It's just like a lot of like spin off kind of Nelk vibes videos recently. Danny Mullen, always watching Danny Mullen.
We need a 170 or 175 to 185
195
to
even.
fight my guy who's David Clay, who's 1-0, and we'll even give you a little bit of cheddar. How about we give you
See if you
$500?
can get this kid some experience.
We just need to get him some fights. No one will fucking fight him. It's pissed me off. I need to get him some experience.
He's
I don't
not
want to
even
turn
good.
him pro.
Yeah.
I don't want to turn him
Terrible.
pro yet. So let me
Guys,
know, because it's been a
please.
nightmare.
Please,
fighting
because
this guy.
otherwise I'm gonna have to fight him in Montana, and I really,
Yeah.
you know,
Would
as
you
much
take it? Would you accept a fight in Montana?
3 days notice, and you show me like the guys at the bar, and he's like fucking kind of balding, looks like mid 30s.
Hitting his vape.
Yeah, I would definitely do it.
We had,
100%.
I think I had 5 students do the fight to win last night, and everyone just fucking smoked everyone. It was good, huh?
Yep.
Smoked everyone. I was thinking, I was like, God, that would have been a good one to sign up Warlike for, because
Ah.
it's sub only. That's all
the
it
best,
is.
The best rule set, man. Sub only, at least.
Just then you don't have to have a guard. You can
Just, roll for shit.
you
and
can just
have fun.
pull side
Just
control,
bug
and you're
the
fine.
fuck out of- buggy motherfuckers.
Just hold
sleep.
the back of
They're
your
fun.
knee.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Don't have any of that.
None of that.
None of that.
Where are we at? We live? Oh, we might do a live Timbosugar show. Well, actually, the way this is going, probably not.
It's not looking good.
Yeah, we're probably not. We're gonna do 2 hours, but you know what? I'm gonna cancel that. I'm gonna cancel that one.
What do you think? What would the format be for that?
Yeah, there's no format. Nothing's happening.
If you spitballed it.
It would just be something similar. I
The
mean,
stand-up
the UFC
skits?
is going to be the next day, so it wouldn't be
That'd
that
be
hard.
Sick fight, Pantoja versus that other kid.
Sakura.
You could do this.
That might break pay-per-view records.
Honestly, in my mind.
Pantoja.
It'll probably in Asia. It'll probably be pay-per-view kind of.
Yeah. They put Aljo on the prelims.
Yeah.
Bryce Mitchell and Kron above them.
They'll mix that up before fight day.
You
I
think
don't
they'll
think
sit?
They'll switch that up.
I don't
They already
know,
did.
bro.
They just switched it.
They'll make.
Who's more of a watched Kron, Gracie, Bryce Mitchell.
Well, they also
I
have,
feel like Aljo definitely
Aljamain.
is over those guys.
Really?
well, they also have Nate Landwehr versus Duho Choi on the main card. That's opening the main card.
That's
Isn't
probably
it
gonna be a
Dude,
crazy
that's-
fight.
that's-
Dude,
Crazy
it's
fight.
honestly, and
That
like
might be
for
a
people
crazy
that don't
fight.
understand, that's gonna be like potential fight of the year. Like
That's the
that'll
guy
be
that fought Cub Swanson a while
Yep.
ago. Yeah,
Yep.
that kid's good.
And Nate Landwehr is always Nate the Train.
Train,
Yes.
baby.
Yeah, it's always a good fight.
Gonna be a
New
bad-
Call of Duty came out. New Resurgence map is decent. I hate having to get my guns all fucking done up, but
I miss playing with War. We haven't played in a minute.
I don't have a headset right now.
he sucks.
I got an extra headset. I think I have one here. You can grab it.
Able game. You know what I'm saying?
Get some Rebirth in. At least they still have Rebirth. You can have a good time there.
Yeah, just the gun shit pisses me off. Movement's decent.
Isn't Crone coming off a loss?
A bad one. First, the Charles Jourdain. Made him look really, really bad.
And he lost before that to Cub Swan.
But I'd love to see Bryce Mitchell get back
I think
on
Bryce
it.
gonna win.
Rumor has it
Bryce.
Kron Gracie's up there in Bozeman. I know that he shut down his school, and he just has like 5 or 6 guys, and they just train in a garage and just chop wood and train.
Hey,
Simple living.
fucking.
Well, real quick
Grips.
too. I know we haven't really touched. I know you might have touched on it real quickly with the rigs, but Nick Diaz is out of his fight versus Vincente
Oh, God.
Luque, and
Thank God.
it was recently reported that he's on some pretty heavy.
Did you see the interview with him in the gas station?
Yes, I did.
That was hard to watch.
No, I didn't see it.
It was
Is it
hard.
pretty new?
I mean, he looks like a
It's
crackhead.
fucking sad. Well, I was
It's
telling
so
Joe,
sad.
I was like, dude, you think he had wars in the octagon? Imagine how many thousands of wars he's had in the gym, sparring
pro boxers?
3 times a week, just beating each other's fucking head in.
That's sad. That's fucking.
Hopefully he can beat it, because that is a
that
fucking
something
living
that-
legend.
Yeah, is that something where you like want almost the UFC to step in and be like get him some help?
Dude, you
because
just
he won't
Yeah.
help himself at that
the
point.
addicts
or-
aren't gonna. They need to make that decision themselves. I feel like unless you literally pick him up off the streets, take him somewhere. Like
But it seems like he's at that point where you need to just pick him up off the streets. You've
Where
seen
do
the
you- where
videos
do you put it?
circulating.
You know Nate's trying.
Or do you?
I'm sure, yeah.
Do you like if you're a family member? Do you be like get 7 grams of mushrooms and just have him do those mushrooms and just have?
I
this
don't know if you want to give an
Crazy,
addict
crazy experience to where it's like, oh fuck, they come out of it
I don't
when they're
know.
that heavy into drugs. I mean, remember Paul Chek? He recommends
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but you also worry about schizophrenia in that point. Like
Well, he's not schizo.
anything. You don't know. That could induce anything.
that could, doing those kinds of drugs.
Can make you schizo.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
Let me chat.
That's why all those
GPT.
crackheads walking around the fucking.
It's alleged that he's been doing the METH.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So-
you guys
so,
bought that
like-
lady a tablet. You guys skipped over that.
What?
Remember?
Oh,
In
the
Texas.
Michelle.
Michelle.
Michelle. She's a good lady. We should give her a jingle. You said
Yeah.
number?
Give
Did
her a
you guys ever?
jingle.
call her?
I've already called her. She doesn't answer.
She already
says,
lost
"Fuck
that
you."
thing.
Yeah, I don't think
Oh, she'd
that.
give me a tablet so I could pawn that shit for real.
No, I
She
think
probably- that's what
liked
she
the
did.
tablet. I think she probably pawned the phone.
Yeah. Got a couple fucking Cialises. Did you ever pop your Cialis?
Schizophrenia and psychedelic mushrooms. Can they cause schizophrenia? There is no direct evidence that magic mushrooms cause schizophrenia. However, they can trigger psychosis or exasperate. Come on, stop. Or they can exacerbate underlying mental health conditions in people who are predisposed to schizophrenia or other psychotic disorder. This is especially true if there is a family history of such conditions.
Crypto.
So, who knows?
Talk about your crypto, bud.
Yeah, you trying to run a rug pull or what?
Fuck, I was trying to tell Sean. How many times I text you, say, brother, get into that Bitcoin. Get
Yeah,
into that Bitcoin.
you
You're like,
did,
nah, I don't
buddy.
know. And then even Imran's like, yeah, Bitcoin's the move.
I always asked him. He said, no, I wouldn't yet.
Oh, really?
He did. I said that a few times. Yeah, just wait. I have Ethereum. I've just been riding that.
Yeah, it's a good little ride. A lot of people are making some serious fucking ched, dude. Serious ched, just like you sent that guy who bought 1,000 Bitcoin.
He paid 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas in 2004. And that's worth $1 billion right now.
Yeah.
Apparently, Twitter's adding like a currency too, or like to their thing where you can pay for stuff. Elon's adding that. So is it like XRP or is it Dogecoin? Yeah, apparently that's gonna go
Jesus.
because he's gonna put it on Twitter.
Damn. So it's probably going to be Doge.
One of the two. That's XRP or Doge.
Damn. That shit is just another world, man. I like that. I'm dollar bills.
50-50 bet.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Crazy. Mm.
Garrett's got some wisdom.
Yeah. You seen all the kids making like they'll put like $25 on a shit coin. They're called meme coins, and they'll make like 300 racks and like overnight because of these coins getting pumped like 1,000 or 10,000%, 20,000%. Yeah,
That's young kids.
Yeah, the craziest thing is, and there's a lot of controversy around it right now because of even I'm not gonna allegedly Mr. Beast. There's a controversy around him about investing in some of these coins because other people give him like insider info about it. But there's a lot of controversy about these influencers basically pumping these coins and then selling off, basically like stealing their fans' money.
Oh,
Jesus.
But they're getting away with it because it's considered gambling.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Scary shit. And it's like they're not getting in trouble at all. There's no government, anything trying to like regulate it. It's like completely unregulated because it's gambling.
damn.
So those meme coins, people are making some serious bread.
Overnight.
Imagine that. Imagine War puts $20 on a meme coin. We got 300K.
Just walked in with like 8.
what would you do right now if your bank account said 300 G's? Just tell me.
Probably get an Uber home.
I would honestly.
Right now.
I would probably melt internally if I saw
And
that
then what?
number.
And then what?
Start vaping again.
Oh yeah, dude. I would fucking go out tonight. I'd go to fucking Europe tonight. Shit.
Would you?
Europe?
Travel?
I'd fucking be out of here.
Just hanging out by yourself.
Fuck, I don't even know. Dude. I literally don't even know.
300,000, not that much.
Dude, that's like a lifetime. For
I
me.
know, but if you go to travel and then fucking,
Yeah, exactly. And then what? Then
you'll
I'm
be
missing
back in
work.
like 4 days and go, God, that wasn't worth it.
Yeah, I'd be dead before it'd be gone anyway.
Norman, 300 bands right now.
Get
I'm
that
buying
tooth
it.
fixed.
Yep.
Yup.
New grill on me.
New
Then I'm
tooth.
getting what's it called? What'd you get, Shug? A real grill, like
Grill?
a diamond
What'd
grill.
you
get? Iced out?
Yeah,
Damn.
diamond grill, and then a chain.
That'd be to help
Just
your
fucking
riz.
gamble it all.
300 on black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you get 6.
And then but then you just lose it. You're like, well.
Well, it wasn't mine to begin with.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Could have been worse. So, dude, that's about it. All I got.
Fun stuff. Fun stuff.
It's good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Sugar Shop Thanksgiving drop. Aren't they doing a Black Friday?
Yeah, there's a Black Friday still going on right now for real.
Yep, go check that out. And then also every week, patreon.com/RedHawk Academy, the confidential show comes out every week, only on Patreon for the supporters. But hit that like and subscribe button. Almost to 1 million subs for Shane's page, which is pretty cool. So hope you guys enjoyed the show, and we'll see you next week. Love y'all. Bye-bye.